1 in 4 households is involved in caregiving for a disabled adult person. Part of being a caregiver is a feeling of being alone. Maybe nobody understands what you're going through. The problem and the challenge that caregivers face every day is that there just don't seem to be enough support services. And be the great caregiver, the great daughter, the great husband, the great wife.
Whether it's their parent, their spouse, whether it's their brother or sister.
My husband was diagnosed with dementia about 2 years ago, and it was so devastating. And I can't really talk too much without crying when I tell my story. It was so devastating. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to turn to. And I didn't know where to go for help.
My father had had a stroke when he was 63. My mother was his primary caregiver. She was his only caregiver. Almost everyone you talk to has a story about a parent or a cousin or a friend that is in a situation where they need care. When someone's well, you don't think about any of this stuff. But when they're hit, oh my God, it's like it's like hitting you on the side of the head. I can tell you when my father had his stroke in 1995, the one thing I noticed was there was literally nowhere for me to go.
My mother has a very complex medical history. She has developed a vascular dementia, and that's when everything started changing for me. I was desperate. She was getting confused with all her medications. She couldn't take care of herself, and she was living more in the past than in the present. And that's when I noticed that I was going to need help. That's when I knew that I needed help and support.
Jim had a motorcycle accident at the age of 18, which left him with a very severe head injury. He was a performer. He was a skier. He was a step dancer. A lot got taken away from him. He suffers from dementia. He's paralyzed pretty much on his left side, and he has 70% use of his left arm, but no use of his right arm. I am his sole caregiver. Jimmy's accident was like the week before his prom, and we've been doing this a long time. It's 32 years.
He's been with Parkinson for over 20 years. But it comes to a point that I have taken this so many places, tried so many things. And this illness have completely taken over. From the beginning, when we learned, we said, we're going to fight it. We're going to fight it. We've been married for 47 years. And when I went to that altar, I made a promise that it was going to be in good and in bad. So I'm keeping that promise until my body can do it.
For nearly 30 years, Share the Care has been providing services to family caregivers, allowing them to have choices. We operate 5 adult day health centers in Orange and Seminole County. We provide in-home respite services for those who are homebound. We provide overnight respite care in assisted living facilities. Care management is provided to families by professional social workers. Mental health counseling is available to family caregivers. Non-durable medical supplies are also available, as well as home modifications allowing for handicap accessibility. We also provide caregiver support groups and caregiver training programs. In 2014 alone, Share the Care provided services to over 1,000 families in Central Florida.
This program, Share the Care, has made my life possible.
Like most caregivers, my mother was reluctant to bring in anyone to take care of my father. So they were interviewed and they tried it out. He was the first one at that center, and it became a lifeline for them.
I am very grateful for all the support that Share the Care has given me as a caregiver, because it has allowed me to take time for myself, rest, spend time with my husband, Bela, and do my personal errands.
And if it had not been for Share the Care, I really don't know what I would be doing or where I would be at this particular time, because they have taken distress, a lot of distress out of my life.
I have done my crying, I have done, everything that you are saying, I have done it, I have gone through that. But you have to keep going. And now you need to take care of yourself. There's no other way. You have to take care of it. No matter what in life is going, you have to take care of yourself.
Share the Care has been great. I can go to Publix, I can go to a movie, I can get my hair done, I can do all of these things without feeling guilty, because I know Jimmy is here, he's safe, and he's happy. And happy is a big part of it. The staff here give 1,000%, and they are wonderful to the people that attend. And they're great to the family too.
So my parents looked into it and they loved it. My father loved it because he got to socialize, he got to be around different people. They played cards, they enjoyed each other, he made friends. My mother loved it because she got a day off, which she never got. And on her days off, she would sometimes get together with friends that she hadn't seen for years, go shopping, even just grocery shopping, and without worry. And some days she just went home and relaxed, which she really didn't have a chance. So it was a godsend for them.
He loves this place, and the people here are unbelievable. I mean, I have been here for about 6 years, I think, and everybody loves him, everybody takes care of him, and he loves to come here. So that is a blessing. It's really a blessing. I mean, all these girls love him so much and show so much care. I'm so happy with Share the Care. It's just unbelievable, the things they do. So he's happy. He's happy. As long as he's happy, I'm happy too.
I was really denying the rest of my family any piece of me because I was taking care of Jimmy all the time. And I was making Jimmy miserable, my husband miserable, my other son miserable, and myself very miserable, because I started obsessing on what's going to happen when I'm not here anymore. They won't do it right, so on and so forth.
And so they made it possible for me to be able to run errands and things of that nature. This is the best place for anyone that have a situation like what I have. They provide games and music, Bible, trivia, and all those good things for him here. I just want to recommend Share the Care to anyone. So I hope that they can get this information out so people will know that this Share the Care is available to whomever.
Please call us if you find that you have a need for support, or if you just wonder what's available, because we're here for you, and we hope to be here for another 30 years.